Welcome to the
What
Funnel Podcast. One day we will get those
I know we
in
will.
sync together. Right, today, what is coming up on today's show, Jess?
Today on the show, Paul, we have why did one food stall have a queue out the door whilst the other one had nothing?
The old starving crowd analogy.
Well, literally in this case.
Yeah.
Next up, what two words decide every build call in the company before he's even in the room?
Yeah.
And finally, how did a client get 64% more leads without spending a single extra penny on traffic?
Yeah, that one is going to be a real reveal.
What else is on the show,
And then
Paul?
also, how does a 150-year-old company reinvent itself and sell out on TikTok in minutes? And also, how do you build social proof when you're just starting out and have no queue yet? So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get into it today. Jess, what are we going to be kicking off with today?
So we'll kick off with why one stall had why one food. My words are terrible. I'm so sorry. Let's start again.
Okay.
Why did one food stall have a queue out the door whilst the other had nothing?
So this is about what's been going on this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where did we go this week?
So this week we went to a festival, which was very fun. It was in a park.
Yeah, it wasn't like Glastonbury.
Definitely not like
There was
Glastonbury.
probably more food than Glastonbury.
There was a lot of rain.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so...
I'm not going to say where it was.
Well, I'm going to say where it was.
I wouldn't rather. You didn't.
So there's... Okay, well, I'm going to say where it was. There's a place called the Riverside Festival. It happens every year in Leicester. And we go to the Riverside Festival, and there is like food stalls after food stalls all across the park, or they close off the high streets and everything as well. They have music, they had entertainment and everything going on. And you go and enjoy it, right? As a parent, as a mum, and just going, oh, look at all the nice food. I go as a marketer and go, I wonder where the supply is and where the demand is, right? Because how do you stand out in a sea of noise?
That is the question.
So as we were walking down through the park, and I saw this food stall, and they had queues all day. And I remember last year they also had queues there all day, right? And in fact, I ate there last year because I wanted to see what all the fuss was like. And it was decent. It was decent food. But do you know? So this stall in particular was a Indian street food stall, right? They do weddings and corporate stuff, but it was an Indian street food stall. So what was cool about it is they had these bright orange containers, right? Did you notice those as we're going around or not? I did.
Is this where we got the loaded fries? Or is this a different one?
No, different.
This is why I'm confused.
Yeah. So we were walking past, and there was like this, it's called Indian Rooster, I think it was called.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Right. So,
yes, I remember this.
And credit to them because they had great branding, right? And
really?
They had this pictures of roosters all over the containers everywhere. And they must have had like queues 2 deep all day. And they had about 7 or 8 people serving all day, right? So why did that work better than... And that wasn't the only Indian street food there. There was loads of Indian street food. So why does that one work so well? It was because they had a box that stood out. They obviously had good food. And then everything about the tent and everything really stood out. It looked professional. It was clear what it was. It was clear what it did. Mm-hmm. And that's why people kept coming to it. And I saw those containers as I was walking around. What was the other? You remember that other fruit that we kept seeing and everyone...
Coconut.
The coconuts.
It was the coconuts. The coconuts were huge.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I mean, wait.
You know what I mean?
Start seeing huge coconuts around everywhere, you take notice. Okay?
Well, they had like sparkly things in them and all that sort of stuff.
It was essentially someone had drilled a hole in a coconut, stuck a straw in it.
It was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Mark.
They charged like, what, 10 quid for that or something?
Yeah. For a coconut.
But again, we were walking around, seeing everyone with these coconuts going, where can I get one of those from?
I like coconut. You don't even like coconut water.
I don't really like coconut water, but I kind of wanted one of them. Right? Because it looked cool. So sometimes, like, the way you present something And I see this a lot with like landing pages as well, right? Sometimes you want to buy something just because the landing page looks cool, right? Other times you look at it and you go, it might be a good product, but that looks like absolute crap.
Yeah.
Right? And you haven't got that trust with it. What's interesting though is there is a concept in landing pages called fugly.
That's not just landing pages.
I'll censor it a little bit. Friggin' ugly, right? Friggin' ugly landing pages. And when you see some of those, you think, how the hell is that converting? Now, we've seen redesigns being done by like external partners. We've even done some like redesigns and hired people to do those things. And quite often it doesn't convert as well once it's been redesigned as it did before.
I was going to say sometimes it's the ugliest ones that are working the best.
Yeah. There was
like ads are the same.
Like if you want to get clear on your messaging and get more people understanding what you do, then there was like a sandwich shop in New York, right? Can you remember? I think I showed you the picture of it. And it had a massive billboard above it that just said sandwiches with an arrow, right? Not like best tasting, beautiful taste buds.
5-star hygiene rated.
Like it just said sandwiches
there.
Right? Simple. Says what it does on the tin because there's enough people at lunchtime want sandwiches. And I think that's the key sometimes. And I've been like relearning this almost at the moment because if you're in marketing or if you're in sales or whatever, like we get used to marketing lingo and language, right? And we start going, okay, we need to describe the pains and the desires better than the way they can describe them. But quite often, if you've got a good product, there's enough people in your market just wanting what you've got. It's like, like I'm going to tell you about the secret keys of how to unlock this crazy success, right? Rather than we do automatic A/B split testing. Done. Okay, cool. And it's like, well, what is that? Well, it's like manual A/B split testing, but you don't have to do it. It's automatic. Great, right? So there were some of the lessons that I learned from us going to the Riverside Festival. And then on the way out, what did we say? What did we eat? Oh.
The most amazing bubble cone. That's how you would describe it, right? A bubble cone.
Yeah.
It's filled with ice cream. I don't even know what it was. What was in it?
Ice cream, sugar, biscuit pieces, sauce.
A lot.
Just all the healthy stuff, right?
Our 3.5-year-old loved it.
He did. We made sure he had one with us, so he didn't literally jump off the wall.
He had to share it with us.
Yeah. However, so why does a bubble cone company do so well at a festival? Like every time we walked past, it was a queue.
Because it was a tiny little thing.
Tiny little. Because it felt like there was so much variety to choose from.
When actually, probably really not.
No, because because I looked at the menu and I was like, they're actually only using vanilla ice cream.
And they're only using strawberries.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream, strawberries, and then they just had some different toppings. So I think they had about 5 different toppings, 5 different sauces. But what's 5 times 5? 25. That's 25 different varieties that they just put a nice little name on it. I had what was it, Bad Boy Bougie or whatever it was.
Bougie one.
Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't even know what bougie was. You said boogie. I was like, it's not boogie, darling. Bougie.
Did I? Yeah, so that.
You're not cool.
So that a waffle cone company did so well because, again, visually, when you go around a festival, it stands out. People look at that and they go, "What is that? I want."
It was a big
meaty thing. And very well packaged, actually. It didn't leak everywhere. It was
surprisingly, saying they had ice cream in it and it was hot.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
So, like, the reason it worked is because it was visually appealing, and at the same time, people got FOMO, right? Because they see other people with it. So, like, how can you apply that to your marketing as well? What is the ways where you can get other people demonstrating your product for you in a way that people want? Right. And this is why a lot of the times you'll see companies like give company t-shirts, but not just company t-shirts with a logo like these ones that just say Everconvert on them. Right. If you listen to the audio, I've got a t-shirt that says Everconvert.
So do I.
However, building identity-based t-shirts, which will be the next iteration for us, right, is we've got like a printing press that we bought because I was like, that would be cool. And then we realized we had an 8-week-old baby, so we haven't.
It doesn't get done.
Yeah, so I can see why people pay the extra now. But we can put whatever we want on it, right? So then when we start creating more t-shirts with identity rather than with the logo on there, it just works better. Like, this is a rubbish example, but it's like, my funnel makes more money while I sleep. You know, those kind of things. It's got like a stick man asleep or whatever on it. It's kind of like a marketer-esque.
You do still have a t-shirt like that says I make money in my underwear.
Do I?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it for free ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those kind of things, they're more identity-based. And I think if you can create something that then creates social proof and FOMO, right, that's physical, and in a digital world, physical can be really powerful. Oh yes. So we're going to start selling bubble cones next one with every ever convert drive.
You sound like a GCSE business exam.
Oh yeah. That was.
Paul is going to diversify into another business.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember I did my GCSE exams, and we did this whole case study, a whole term, on how we could diversify a bookstore into a taxi business. It was like, here's the answer to that. Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
Unless you sell maps.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Great. Yeah.
So
that was that, right? Have we got anything else that happened this week as well?
Oh, we've kind of diversified a little bit, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
I think we've covered all that. So we went to a festival, essentially. How was it?
Great.
We're parents now. We're not very interesting.
So let's talk about what's been happening behind the scenes this week.
Go for it. I don't know what you're clicking that for.
I'm not clicking it. I'm saying it says Jess Hook.
I thought we were on that bit. Sorry. Okay. So how did a client get 64% more leads without any extra spend?
So this one's a cool one, right? And because I'm a geek, this is cool. So guy comes to us, lead generation agency, found us through a Facebook ad. Really nice guy. And he had a proper weird setup, right? So he's got cross-domain tracking, which basically means starts on one URL, kind of one website, and then it ends up on another website. And then at the same time, he had multiple different thank you pages if they answered different outcomes of his quiz as well. So there's like all these different variables to track. So we custom built all these extra things to make the product more robust for him. Took about another week to kind of put all those things, go back and forth with him. And it was like, great, it's ready to launch now. We've got it live. He's like, great, it's working. In 2 days, I believe it was, maybe 3, 64% more leads from the same traffic by changing the headline that was on the page.
That's
64%.
Amazing.
And do you know what's cool about his business, right? So he's a lead generation agency. So all he does, I'm not disgruntling what he does, but all he does is go run an ad to a landing page that qualifies a lead through a type form kind of thing. And then they get to the end of it. And then he sends and splits those leads off to the right user who wants to buy them, right? So he's got probably like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 different insurance brokers that will then take those leads from him. So they just buy those leads.
Right, okay.
Right? So if you think of his business model, if he gets more leads from the same traffic, that goes straight on his margin on the top. And he said to me before he set it up, he was like, you know, if this can get me an extra 20 to 30%, it can take my margin like from 30% to 50%. Right, not gross margin, like net margin, because he's not got a lot of other costs in the business. He's not got a lot of team or anything else that he needs in there because he's just driving traffic. How cool is that?
That's so cool.
I know. So like he's got 64 more leads in his first test, and that's still holding really well. And now he's now tested on like 5 or 6 different traffic sources, and each one of those are now starting to rise as well. So he's going to get like an extra 20, 30, 40% more leads from the same traffic. So, you know, if you think if you're getting 1,000 leads a month, you're now getting 1,640. So if each lead costs you, let's say, $10 for ease, that's $10 times 640. That's 6,400 just in lead cost, right? But if he's selling those leads for $100,
that's a lot of numbers going on.
If he's selling those leads for $100,
yes,
right, which is quite likely, then he's making an extra $64,000 a month.
That's all right, isn't it?
From the same traffic. And all he did.
High five to that one.
Oh, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Come by.
Is it? Yeah. So I was just really excited to see that. And our win rate keeps going up and up, and our average conversion rate keeps going up, which basically means the average amount of more leads and sales that someone is getting as of today, recording this, is 49.6%. 49.6. So literally, you just add this one tracking code on the page, and it gets you another 50% more leads.
It's madness.
Madness.
Why is everybody not doing it?
Because they've not heard about it yet. When they do. When they do.
I better lock that door.
Exactly. Better lock that door, because they'll all be coming in. So,
brilliant.
Super excited with that. And the other framework as well that we talked about, and I think, we'll talk about that one quickly as well. So the other framework, this, and I don't know why it's not on the notes.
You made the notes.
I know. Whoever made those notes.
Whoever made these notes.
Because it was in the opening. So the 2 words, Jess. The 2 words.
Yes, what are these 2 words?
2 words that we use before every build, right? Is, does it make it simpler?
Oh.
And faster.
Simpler or faster. That should be on the t-shirt.
Simpler and
Simpler
faster.
or faster.
And it does both, right?
Why not have both?
Why not have both? So
in joke.
I applied those principles with our developer, and what's really nice to see is his growth, right?
Oh.
Because over the last week, he sent me a Loom video the other day, and it was like, hey, I've gone and done all these UX improvements, so like improving the user experience in the app. And I use the frame simpler and faster all the way through. So he's like, I think this will make it simpler, this will make it faster.
What a legend.
And I didn't say go do this or whatever. Like, he sends it to me and he was like, just let me know if you're good for me to make this live. So everything that we do with EverConvert is about how do we make it simpler and faster? How do we do today's work today is the other core value, right? And there is no problems, only possibilities. So we just need to find what those possibilities are. So I just really, it's really good when with your team, if you put core principles in and repeat those core principles over and over and over again, and like, I must say simpler and faster every day, right? How do we make it simpler? How do we make it faster? And then they send me something, and then I go, does this make it simpler or faster? And it's like, no. Okay. Well, what would make it simpler or faster? Right? Rather than going, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Let them have the filter of what is right, what is wrong, because that's the only way. And I've learned this lesson the hard way, is that's the only way you actually go and build a culture where we're building this business to exit. And if we don't build it in that way where the team can kind of follow that through and know what is good and what isn't, without me going, that's good, that's not, it will never get there.
True.
So that's what needs to be done.
That's true. You are a really, really good guy to work with. Hard to live with, but good to work with.
What makes...
Very hard to work.
Don't stroke my ego, but what makes you say that?
I think because you've really taken the time, especially in the last few weeks, to really work on your leadership skills and be presenting yourself in the best way possible. And I just wanted to hold a kudos to that. And
I'll take it.
High five. That's good. It's a good thing. Like, not enough people do that, you know?
Yeah.
So good.
Because if you're a crap leader, how can you have a good team?
Exactly. And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Can we move on to the bit where I'm really excited about this now?
Yes.
Great.
Lube.
Sorry?
Vaseline can be used as a lubricant.
Where did that come?
That's what we're going to be talking about, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. So this is all about the 150-year-old company reinventing itself, selling out in minutes. You've really thrown me off now. So this is all about Vaseline.
Yeah.
Vaseline. They did a brilliant campaign.
Now, Vaseline, let's be honest, it's not a sexy product, is it?
No.
You know.
You associate it really with your grandma.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, there's a lot more competition in the space than there used to. Even like if you used to think, oh yeah, we put Vaseline on your lips or whatever to stop chapped lips. You got things like companies like Burt's Bees or like
Burt's Bees is awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Burt's Bees. And the Comet.
Yeah, and then there's 101, you know, like even like Nivea and whatever. Like this is just but you don't automatically go, oh, Vaseline.
Oh, you're looking for some Vaseline?
No.
No.
So now you did a lot more research on this than I did because
it was fantastic.
We
really enjoyed it.
We were sitting on the sofa last night.
I was reading through the notes.
Jeff sits there, and I was like, "What the hell are you watching?" It's like this guy ate Vaseline for 7 days. I was like, "What the funnel?"
So this is because the inventor of Vaseline actually sat and ate, and we do not recommend this. Please do not do this at home. Should really say that. He ate a spoonful of Vaseline every single day.
What would you say?
He lived to 97.
If I have Vaseline in my tea right now,
I'd say, what the hell are you doing?
I haven't. What?
I know you haven't because I was there when you made it. Yeah, but so apparently that's one of the. I don't even know why he was doing that. Why was he doing that?
Because he said it was going to give him better skin. That's why. If you eat it, it's going to give you better skin. And
no,
just so it spoils the payoff the video. So he tries to eat it. It was that's not really nice. So then he tried to blend it and put it in a smoothie.
Yeah, that didn't work.
He tried to put it in
coffee. He put it in some Korean tea mix or something.
Yeah, that tasted awful as well.
Ugh.
Then he just tried to eat raw at the end of the week. That didn't work. He was like, so it's not made any effect on my skin whatsoever, but it's made my poops really loose.
Okay.
And that's the kind of video that goes viral, kids. Does it sell more Vaseline? I'm not sure.
I mean...
However,
yeah.
Like, why has Vaseline actually been genius in this?
Yeah, we're completely missing the point of this whole point. And it's the fact that they were noticing all of these TikTok influencers and things, you know, these cool people that do things on their face and whatnot.
Beauty, makeup,
tutorials, all of that stuff. And they noticed that they were picking up on all these things that apparently Vaseline was really good for, using it like a primer instead of primer. And that sort of stuff. And there was like dermatologists picked up on it and stuff as well. And they were like, well, okay, well, let's take this information that's out there. People are using our products in this way. Let's do something really clever and let's essentially test it in-house with a lab tech. I don't know if they are genuine lab tech. They had glasses on, they look smart. Maybe they are, I don't know. And they tested it with a bunch of people in the office, essentially, and then they filmed it. And they were like, okay, well, let's do our Vaseline verified. Let's test the thing. If it works, we'll give it a Vaseline verified stamp thingy. Brilliant concept, isn't it?
And then they
hundreds of people.
And they got a load of influencers, right, to essentially use Vaseline as their primer or part of their makeup routine.
Yeah.
Because I saw one of the videos you looked at, and so, you know, the whole health and beauty ones.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Where they're like, okay, so yeah, I'm just going to do some light makeup today. So I've done my brows. I was like, and then I've done that, I've done my eyes, and then I've done that, and then I'll do that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm literally just going to get some Vaseline. I'm just going to rub it all over my face.
And look at the glow, guys.
Oh my gosh, look at the glow. Look at the glow.
Look at the glow.
Right.
Yeah.
So then she gets to like 2 p.m. and she's like, it's 2 p.m. Oh my God. Still look at the glow.
Glowing.
Still glowing. 6 p.m. She's like, I'm going to the gym.
To the gym.
Oh, this one is a funny one. She's like, I'm going to the gym. Look at the clock, still glowing. And she's like, I'm going to do another one after I've come out of the gym. She comes out of the gym, not sweating a tiny bit, not looking like she's like out of breath or anything. It's like, did you go in there, go to the vending machine and come straight back out? Just went in the sweat. Been to the gym.
Been to the gym now.
And just came back and it's like, oh my God, still glowing. Still glowing. It's like just like one bag under my eye, but like still glowing.
It's just that there's a little bit of creasing. Creasing under the eye, but I always get that
is it,
time of day,
sheet?
so a little bit of creasing. No, it's when you kind of move your eye around, essentially, like this. Then sometimes like the foundation sits, and it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Like a fish all day, then just like. Yeah, you won't get any creasing if you look like that, will you?
Anyway, it was ridiculous, and all of these influencers were messaging in and doing videos of what they do.
Vaseline has just gone.
Vaseline sales have gone boo through the roof.
So whoever came up with the idea of that,
genius.
Yeah, right.
Well played.
How do you make an uncool product cool again? Right.
You give it to cool people.
Yeah,
cool people.
It's like Old Spice. They did some of that as well, didn't they? Like,
well, not with the influencers.
No, but like it's a similar kind of.
They sat on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
Trying to remember the advert. They sat on a horse and
yeah, brought it back. But like it's kind of like the modern day version of that in some way.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. There's been another one this week as well, hasn't there? Now I watched the video on this, and this is the most. It's like video goes viral. I was like, that is the most underwhelming video that I've.
Cool. What did you watch?
So, it's 6'6" basketball player. His name was Carter
Kobe.
Bryant.
Oh.
Not Kobe. I don't know.
Not Kobe Bryant.
I don't know if he's related or not. But yeah, he's a rookie, and he was sitting on the bench in the match, and he was like, I really need a wee. So in the middle of the match, he went straight off to the toilet, and then someone filmed him washing his hands in the toilet. And he was like, oh my God. That was it. Now
he now has free toilet paper for life. Just saying.
So here's the thing that I thought was really cool, right? So Charmin. They viral hacked this like really quickly as well, right? So within 24 hours, they said they sponsored him with free toilet paper until the end of the playoffs, and they said he was their official MV and then the word P.
I thought that was brilliant. They're really good at jumping on trends though, because they, when the Artemis rocket launchy thing, went to the other side of the moon, and they had all those issues with those toilets, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they sent lifetime supply of Charmin to that as well. Brilliant. So they're just like there. They're just there.
That's how you sell toilet paper, kids.
Wait for someone to mess up and then
make someone to mess up and then send some toilet paper to clean it up.
Oh, I did not sleep last night with that newborn, you can tell.
Yeah. So
oh my God.
That's always like just a real good marketing lesson is like to hack off viral trends where you can as well. And, like parts of this podcast will get caught up, and maybe if a video editor is watching this, that they're going to actually overlay some of those viral trends that was going on the rest of the journey.
Which leads us into the next one, which is the World Cup. The World Cup is a huge trend right now, obviously.
It's going to be happening, at the time of this recording. It's just about to start.
Let's be honest, it's probably happened about 3 weeks ago.
By the time you listen to this, and maybe years ago by the time you listen. Who knows? It's going in the archive. This one's for the kids. Right? So World Cup comes up, and it comes around every 4 years. Every 4 years.
Does it? I have no idea.
Right? So what's good and what's bad about the World Cup? Well, I'll tell you the bad thing about the World Cup. Massive, right? Because why? Because when you think, oh, I'm competing with everyone else who is selling a SaaS product. No, you're competing with Coca-Cola. You can compete with all the big companies and everything.
Big boys like the Walkers and your Coca-Cola and your Pepsis and big companies. All
the branding players, right? So they're doing all that at the same time. So your cost to reach 1,000 people is going to go up. Your cost per click is probably going to go up, all that stuff. And then if you are an agency right now, you'll have the owner of the company going, why is it costing us more to get a customer? It's like, because the World Cup's on. It's like, why does that make a difference? It's like, because of this, right? So those things will most likely happen. So you need to preempt it, but also then look at how you can viral hack those kind of trends as well. So we were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
So the good thing about EverConvert, it can work in any language.
Any language, as we've seen.
as we've seen.
So we mentioned that a couple
we've
of times.
got winning results in German, we've got winning results in Slovenian.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're working on some ad ideas. I think we need to just do it in different languages. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be testing some ads in Europe this week as well. We can be like, yeah, good luck, Spain in the World Cup. By the way, you get a free trial of Overconvert. That's
if Spain win.
That's a good idea. Yeah, just put alert on every single one of every country. Yeah, there's ways and means to kind of do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you make it country specific.
So Walkers did a great example of that.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads into that. So what Walkers have done is they've created a specific flavour for each country.
Yeah.
With their main dish.
What's England's like?
Bangers and mash.
I was gonna say
bangers and mash. So cool. And I think Nando's have kind of missed the point a little bit on that one. They've done a great job. They've created Saka sauce. Great.
It's got a ring to it.
I was surprised they weren't supporting Portugal a bit more, but
How hot is it? I wonder.
The Saka sauce? Yeah. Apparently it's hot. It's hot.
Oh. Okay.
I wonder if this is like his own concoction or ideas. I don't know. I don't know how involved they get in these sorts of things.
Yeah, it's
good to know
that. So here's the problem with doing it like that, right? If Saka gets injured in the first game,
can you imagine?
Well, that was a fail, right? Secondly, if it goes knockout stages, and guess who misses the penalty? Saka, right? People go, I am going to boycott Nando's for selling Saka.
Now it's associated because he's got an item on the menu as well.
What's that? A Saka sausage roll?
I can't remember what it is, but no, it is Saka something.
Saka potatoes. You're just selling the chips.
No.
That's a good one, that one.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Envy your brains.
That's what Walker should do. Saka spuds.
Well, if he wins, yeah.
Yeah, if he wins, they'll send him a Saka
if you don't, you get a Saka spuds anyway, and people just throw them at you.
Oh, no. We do not encourage violence on the show. Okay. So
it's hilarious.
Yeah, just all that stuff, like some really cool stuff.
But the point is, ad costs are going to be rising.
They are going to be rising, so offset it by being different. And
let's get quirky.
I've also made sure that the news that was on this week, I think we've been getting a little bit too technical, haven't we? Far too technical. So we went a bit more kind of viral trend hacking this week. So if you like that kind of stuff, just let us know. Let us know in the comments, and we'll be here for it.
Okay.
Let's talk about questions of the week.
Questions of the week. So how do I build social proof when I'm just starting out? I don't have a queue yet.
How do you build social proof? You go do stuff for free, right? So I did this when I first started selling messenger bots, right? So I did a show every week called Build My Bot Friday. I would get people on the show and I would build them a Facebook Messenger bot live on Facebook that they could use in their business there and then, which was pretty damn cool, right?
Very, very cool.
It was very cool.
You did it for a lot of people as well.
I did it for hell of a lot of people. And then the ones that I was like, okay, this could go and lead somewhere else, I actually did those in advance.
Behind the scenes talk.
Yeah. So I built those in advance. And then off the back of that, it allowed us to get introduced to some really, really good people because I ended up doubling Johnny Dumas's webinar show rate through his messenger bot. And he was like, wow, this is really cool. Introduced me to some people. And then that just balloon. Right? So that kind of stuff is just super duper powerful to have in the business. So do stuff for free for people who are further along than you are, right? I call it like the referral ladder. So step one is you want to work with people, do stuff for free for people who are above your ideal client, right? So if you imagine everyone on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10s being the presidents or the Cristiano Ronaldo's or the Tony Robbins of the world, right? And then the ones being someone who is got like no business, no prospects, or nothing going on or whatever. Like if you want to work with someone who's a 7, then go and do stuff for people who are 8s or 9s for free, because people refer down a lot more than they refer up, right? Status play going on where it's like, oh, I don't feel as worthy to refer to that person because I haven't got that same relationship there.
I can refer you down to that person.
I can refer you down to that person. Like I refer you to some people in my community, but I won't refer you up to my coach, right? This doesn't tend to work that way around.
Makes sense.
Because it's transferable authority. So that is a great way to...
Got psychology going on today.
Yeah, it's transferable authority. So that's how to build social proof if you are just starting out. This is exactly what we just did with Convert. You know, we got people onto some free trials, and we still do free trials now as well, because it gets people to go and get results first.
Yeah.
And then I got those first 3 results. I got them on camera. I got the screenshots and the proof of them, and then I use them over and over again. And here's a cool thing you can do as well, right? If you are looking to get a testimonial from someone who is quite successful, very busy, then instead of saying, hey, can you write me a testimonial? Instead, script the testimonial that you would want for them and then send that to them and say, hey, is this written in your style? Are you happy for me to approve this? Because then you actually get the results, right? And that, by the way, that doesn't mean lying in the testimonial. It means, you know, if you've been on a video call with them and they've said some stuff and you was like, let me pull all the written stuff out of it. You send that over to him. It's like, hey, and then I realized this and then I got that. And it's like, you can craft the perfect kind of testimonials. And at the same time, it's fully approved by them. And you get what you want, rather than say, hey, can you write me a testimonial? And say, yeah, Joe Bloggs is great. Like, it's not a great testimonial.
And you have to wait about 3 weeks for it.
Yeah, because sorry, I haven't got around to it yet.
Busy.
Rather than just, is this good for you? Yes.
Sure.
Great. And you move on.
Instantaneous, move on.
Yeah. That doesn't mean make up testimonials, by the way, right? No fakery. Doesn't work. So that kind of answers that question.
Yes, it does. Brilliant. I've gone the other way. Sorry. How do we increase the average order value in a funnel?
So some ways you can... I've been speaking to someone recently, actually, a little bit earlier stage in business in terms of revenue. They've been in business for a while. And he was like almost breaking even just on his front end offer. And I said to him, I was like, you want to get an order bump in there for starters, right? So he was like, well, what do I put in an order bump? Well, you put something that's, number one, helps them get it either simpler or faster. Notice a pattern.
There's that pattern again.
Right. So how does it get them results simpler or faster? And then secondly, then your upsell, if you are selling e-commerce, sell more of the same, like, or variation of, right? So if you're selling shoes, sell a second pair of shoes, or sell the jacket that goes with the shoes, right? If you are selling information products, sell the next thing, the next problem, or sell a way of solving that problem easier. So like, for example, your front end might be the DIY version of the thing. Your upsell might be the done with you version. And then your second upsell might be the done for you version of it. Sometimes you skip the done with you and go straight to done for you, where it's kind of, especially now with AI, you do a lot more of this, like, okay, your upsell is, hey, we'll give you all the ChatGPT, custom ChatGPT bots that we've built that does this for you, so you just plug it in. Right? So there's different ways of putting that together, but people value done for you more than DIY. Okay, so however, if you put that on the front, your price point would need to be much, much higher, and that creates a lot more friction. And then, so here is 3 different upsells that you can use also in your business to increase your conversion rate on your upsells. So you've got alternative close upsells. So alternative close upsells is basically, do you want this one or this one, right? So instead of just saying, do you want to buy yes or no? It's like, do you want the
red one or the blue one?
Yeah, do you want the red one or the blue one? So choose your option. It's like, hey, we've added this to your order. I just confirm whether you want the red or the blue. Cool way of doing it, right? Secondly is pricing options, right? You can buy it 1 payment of $100 or 3 payments of $33. the cool thing about that is you can actually anchor the price in the other way. So if you want more people to go and pay that full pay, you can make it feel like it is actually more valuable by giving the discount off that and then making the payment plan the full pay. So what I mean is if you're selling something for $100, you say it's one payment of $100 or it's 6 payments of $50. So it's a $300 product, right? And you get 70% off if you pay in full. Now, you're not making up and anchoring a fake price because the real price is there on the page you can buy it for right now. Does that make sense?
So,
yeah. You can anchor the actual price. And I've done this in emails as well, by the way, is if you're going to add a bonus into an email and say, hey, if you buy in the next 24 hours, just email me your receipt and I will send you over this free bonus. But I'll also put in the PS, if you just want the bonus, just PayPal $150 here and I will send it to you. Now in my head, that bonus is worth $150. And I will sell it to them for $150, but most people go, well, I could just go and buy that product for $90 and get the bonus for free. Now it feels like a good deal, right? That's how you increase your average order value as you go through.
Smart.
Cool little things.
Good tip there. Thanks for that.
Good tip.
Nice one. Ready for the next?
Ready.
Great. How do I delegate without my team's quality dropping?
So the answer is your team's quality will drop a little bit to start off with because you have to go through C1, do1, teach one, right? So people have got to see you do it, then they've got to do it, and then they've got to teach someone else how to do it or record the SOP on doing it, right? The standard operating procedure. So quality will sometimes drop before it goes up. And what is a quality drop, right? Quality drop sometimes is measured as, well, this is the way that I've always done it, and that person is doing it in a different way, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong if you're hiring the right people. So if you hire the right people into the business that are actually making, like growing the business, right? So for example, I'm looking at hiring a content strategist at the moment in our business. Now, they should be better at content than I am. So if I say, hey, this is how we need to do our content, that's pointless, right? I need to say, okay, what's the content strategy that we need to do? What you need me to record, I'll record it. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do you think is a good fit?
Yeah. And again, it's not about making decisions for them. This is a mistake that I've made over and over and over again in business, is I hold on to the reins too much and don't let go where I need to. This time round, I'm building EverConvert in a different way because otherwise it will never get to exit. And this is why I've not been able to exit other businesses, because it's never scaled beyond me, right? I've gone and grown a lot of other businesses that I've worked in by almost $1 million a month, but my own business doesn't scale to something that exits because I can't grow that beyond me being the bottleneck for all the decisions to go through. So I'm now removing that filter criteria.
You did a good job.
Huh.
Question is, if buyers are researching on AI first, how can you show up there?
So if the researching on AI will be where they're being, right? So number one is if you are in the US right now, then pay to play. ChatGPT ads are pretty cheap. Unfortunately, we're in the UK, so we can't use ChatGPT ads yet. But by the time you watch this video, probably we already will be as soon as it's available. I'm going to be testing it out. And also, like, this is not my massive expertise, but this is like I paid for an audit of our own stuff, and one of the things that was suggested in our go-to-market strategy was creating numbers of free AI tools that can actually show up and rank. And then you want to be ranking for those particular niche things. Now, the difference between how it used to be with SEO and how it is with AI SEO, it also needs to embed your own personal experiences in there too. Because it is so easy right now for me to go, write me a blog post with 7 ways that I shouldn't do marketing, right? And it goes, here's 7 ways you shouldn't do marketing. And Joe Blogs over there writes the same thing. And then the other guy over there writes the same thing. The other lady over there writes the same thing, right? They're all writing the same thing. So by the end
They've
of
all
it,
got arthritis.
everyone's just creating the same kind of output. So then the AI, well, what's it going to rank for? It's going to rank for the stuff that's actually different from everything else, right? So you need to be able to own those keywords, right? You need to be able to own it based off your own stuff that you're out there. There's a couple of good tools out there, like AirOps seems to be really taking the space for AI SEO as well. They're doing it. So they were kind of like a catch-all company to start off with, and they seem to find product market fit. When I started using AirOps, you can cut. It's like a kind of all-in-one builder, right? So you can $1 a month. Their minimum price now is like $500 a month. Ooh. So they've gone more enterprise.
Cool. Good on.
I still got grandfathered though, so I'm getting early, kids, because it's cheaper. Right. So that's what I'd suggest.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Final question of today. When do I keep a winning page versus a test page on?
You keep the winning page until it's no longer the winning page, and then you swap it over. So if you're running a load of traffic right now, the easiest way to do that is just run it with AvidConvert, because it will just test it automatically, and it will cut the things that are not working and make more of the things that are. If you want to go and do that manually, then instead, you can have your winner, and then you can test 50-50 against a variation, and then see which winning and what isn't winning. Or you can create a new campaign in your ads, and then create a test page there, and then go and just test that one separately in your ads, and then have your control still running in the background, so you're not affecting what's already working as well.
Cool. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay, let's close it up. So what have we spoke about today? We spoke about the festival.
Yeah, that you want to have the right packaging, and create a physical wow moment where possible, especially if you're doing like live events or in-person things as well. Like how do you stand out from everyone else, right? That's the first piece. What else we talk about?
Vaseline.
Yeah. Yeah, make it a smooth journey all the way.
That's not what I meant. So
Okay.
real proof from real people.
Real proof, real people. How can you leverage trends, and how can you then utilize that to go and create more ads and content as well from the back of it?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, we had some great wins this week. Ask yourself the question: how can you make things simpler and faster? That's one of our core values. Encourage you to do the same.
Need that on a hat.
Need it on a hat.
Definitely need it on a hat.
And then we covered some deep strategic stuff as well, like how to increase your average order value, how to rank on AI, SEO, and all that jazz too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything. So enjoy. If remember to like and subscribe, and if you want a free trial of EverConvert, just go to everconvert.ai. And we'll be happy to help you get something set up and get you more leads and more sales from the same traffic.
And we'll see you next time
on What
the Funnel. Bye.
Bye.